Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle.
Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Here's Conley. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
A pitch out to Mostert.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's Mostert. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Here we go.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
And the 49ers first down.
First and 10, it's Mostert.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 on the Seahawks' 34-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
11 on the play. First down, San Francisco.
Here's the option. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Nash rolling to his right. This will be caught at about the 5. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Seahawks, nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And he'll throw right away.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And right away he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry, and now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Wilson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now it's Hines. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Good job.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On 2nd down now. It's Hines, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Myers on for the field goal, a 22-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Now a handoff here to his running back. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Back to throw. Nash. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Nash. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Back to throw. Nash. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Nash completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or two short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now Mostert. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a 1st down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Fullback try and push the pile. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Niners 14, Seahawks 3. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
The greatest show on earth.
And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Gold to add the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taking it about the 1.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
6-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
1st and 10 at the 47.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They go play action now. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
Wilson's pass intercepted by the 49ers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Wisnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run again with Hines. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, he bowls over it. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. on the option. Here's Juszczyk. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
To throw on third down, Nash. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down is Mostert, but he can only manage a yard, and that's about it before he's tackled.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
To throw on second down, Nash eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Operating from the gun, Nash. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
San Francisco.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
He gives it up. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Nash. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. So that one will be accepted.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Nash. This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Niners 27, Seahawks 3. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now and now this is intercepted. My goodness. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Play action. Nash sliding out of the pocket, going for it all. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Nash.
Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
And a 49er 1st down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the gun, Nash.
They're trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's when you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
On first down, Hines. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Let's go, come on!
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go play action with Wilson. Rolling to his right. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game, because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
And he'll be out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Nyheim Hines, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And that run caps off a 99-yard drive.
Would it be safe to say that that finishing run is an exclamation point on this one?
Big time. I mean, 99-yard drive.
I mean, when you start that, all you're thinking about as an offense is somehow trying to create room for your punter. And if you can get 2 first downs, you've considered the drive a success. I don't know what you call this. All the way down, putting in the end zone. That's pretty spectacular.
Ultimate success. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
7 consonants, 1 vowel. Here's Juszczyk. Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Our eyes and attention are on the fullback. Big-time carry, big yardage. But how about the guys up front, the offensive line? A lot of people think they may have to block it differently for the fullback to get big yardage. They really don't. Because he's big, strong, and powerful, a lot of times he makes his own way. They may not have to block as hard.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. This is Mostert. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Nash gets this one to Juszczyk. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And the 49er first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 23-yard run. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. On 1st down, Wilson. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And now it's 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope when they had to slog their way downfield.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Seahawks 25. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Back to throw. Nash.
That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Looking to throw. Nash. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for.
But it'll be second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Sliding out of the pocket.
And going for Ayuk again. This time he's got him.
And he's brought down. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. So the victory here for San Francisco. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any